Okay, so there is no, as we just point out, natural successor to Eli Manning. At this point, we don't know if they're even going to draft a quarterback. They probably will, but we don't know yet. Kyle Lauletta doesn't seem like he's the natural successor to Eli Manning. Why is it even a discussion within the Giants about bringing Eli Manning back?
Well, as Dave Gettleman said the other day, he doesn't know what the field is going to be in this offseason, which means is Nick Foles going to be available? We think he is. Joe Flacco, do they consider Flacco, who is, and I termed him kind of a younger version of Manning at this point in his career, he'll likely get cut by the Ravens, but is that really an upgrade? Do they like Teddy Bridgewater because Pat Shermer was around him for a couple of years in Minnesota, although Bridgewater didn't play then because he was hurt? Do they like him enough to kind of bring him in? And I wouldn't even call him a transition quarterback at that point because he's a young guy. So I think that before they commit to Eli, they want to see what's out there. But realistically, when you're trying to project, Chris, what's going to happen here, I think Eli will be back. I think they'll renegotiate his contract or restructure his contract because his cap hit is about $23 million this year. So they might have added a year onto it just for cap purposes and keep him around. Even if they were able to get, Haskins or a Drew Lock or a Daniel Jones, they might want to keep Eli in the role that Kurt Warner played for Eli in 2004. So, as we're sitting here on, what is today, January the 4th, my guess would be that Eli would be back in some role next year, likely as the starter at least the beginning of the season, unless Foles becomes available and the Giants are in love with him. Because you have to remember also the connection between Shermer and Foles is that Shermer was the offensive coordinator in Philadelphia in 2013 when Foles had that year where he threw 27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So I know he has a great affinity for Nick Foles. That's the one I would keep an eye on because I'm pretty sure he's going to be a free agent. The Eagles aren't going to want to pay him $20 million, and it's a mutual option so that even if the Eagles pick up the option, Foles can buy his way out for $2 million and try to get a much bigger contract on a team that he'll be the unquestioned starter.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.